done the intro.
Oh, fuck. Okay.
Fucking yeah. So we were just saying, fucking the amount of people we've seen recently that's um, had the idea that Guy Fawkes maybe he had a point, uh, all over the internet recently, and I'm inclined to agree. To be honest,
Yeah.
like I started looking into it myself. Like what I said, like round about the beginning of lockdown, I think, and so do you know why he was trying to blow up Parliament?
No. To be honest with you.
So Mr. Fawkes was trying to blow up Parliament because of increased religious suppression, essentially. So the guy, he was a, I don't remember which way round it was. Either Protestants or he was either Protestant or Catholic,
Mm-hmm.
and the king was Edward, I think it was King Edward. He was like of the other. He was vice versa, you know. So, oh, your light went out for a second.
Yeah, I'm trying to close something. Yeah, just carry on.
Yeah. So, Prince Edward,
There you go.
Prince fucking no, fuck Prince Edward. Um, yeah. So King Edward or whoever the hell it was.
Some fucking Edward of some sort.
Yeah, he ended up putting in some extra laws or something that essentially made it harder to practice being I think it was Protestant. I think he was a Catholic and he was suppressing being a Protestant. So this is like after a good while of people like showing distaste for it and everything,
Mm-hmm.
and just not being happy about it. So it wasn't just Guy Fawkes, obviously. Him and a load of other people ended up like conspiring to do the whole thing, and it was actually because he had quite a wide net of vigilantes, shall we say,
Mm-hmm.
helping him out. Well, one of them got guilty and come clean. So that's how he ended up getting caught. I think they found the room, and then when Guy Fawkes come into it, they were all just sort of waiting there. Details I'm a bit sketchy on, so like it might not be 100% accurate account, you know. But essentially, the guy was driven to extremism because the royal family didn't really give a rat's ass about the commons practicing their own freedom of religion.
Mm-hmm.
So when you think about it, the same sort of shit's happening now. The same kind of discontent between government and the common folk, rather than it being the royals. Well, there's plenty of discontent for the royals at the moment, Andrew, but
Discuss that.
you know, it's much more for the government now.
Mm-hmm.
The Tories specifically. Fucking. I'm not even gonna start listing it all off because we've done another 7 episodes before
So what are you trying to say?
getting into all of that.
Do you have some intel? Do you know
Yeah,
something?
let's not get on a watch list now.
Yeah. We are not part of any sort of
Yeah, I don't plan on going to Westminster.
no.
Fuck that. I'm happy Mark's like blocking the Englanders from coming in now. So
Yeah, fuck you,
I'm
Joris.
not. Yeah, fuck you, Joris Bonson. I'm not about to break that, you know, even if it is to stage an uprising. But yeah, it seems like I can't help but think the whole thing. Remember, the 5th of November.
Mm.
Gunpowder treason plot. No, what was it? Remember, November the 5th should never be forgot.
I feel
Or
it's so fucking wrong, but
yeah,
I
I
love it
know.
anyway.
Fucking
The message there is there.
the Fucking what is that? What is the thing?
I'm pretty sure it's meant to rhyme, and what you just said was the
Yeah,
most unrhyming thing I've ever heard in my life. But those
I ain't
words.
I ain't no poet. All right. Remember. I can't even spell remember. Jesus. The 5th of November. Gunpowder, treason, plot. Oh, fuck off, the sun. I just want the lyrics. Jeez.
No, give money. Pay.
Remember, the 5th of November. Gunpowder, treason, plot. We see no reason why gunpowder treason should ever be forgot. Well, yeah, to be fair. Like,
The message, at least.
if you want to be a nationalistic, if you want to be a nationalistic so-and-so, then yeah, you can see it in the first context. Like, we see no reason why gunpowder treason should ever be forgot. However, switch that around to the commons singing it. Remember, the 5th of November, gunpowder treason plot. We see no reason why the gunpowder treason should ever be forgot.
Yeah.
Reading a bit more deadpan.
Yeah, definitely.
Looking Boris in the Joris, sorry.
Joris Bonson.
Looking Bonson in the eye. Deadpan tone. You shouldn't really forget about the 5th of November, mate.
I just want to say as well, we're absolutely not telling anybody to do anything.
No, not endorsing any kind of violent or non-violent uprising.
As much as it sounds like we are.
I don't have the energy for that right now. Can we just wait? Like 2020 is a fucking write-off. Can we just leave that for now? You know.
Imagine you wake up tomorrow and you wake up tomorrow and you are just the leader of this newfound cult. Got like 100 Facebook friends.
Wake up to the bobbies outside the door, like.
Oh man, what would you even say? I
can't wait. I mean, they got nothing. They got nothing on me.
Yeah, but then they're just they'll blow you up.
Well, then I got something on them.
Yeah, what are you gonna do? You raise 100 people.
Fucking. They can get stuffed anyway. Like, the way they're going, it's gonna happen from the people that voted Brexit. Like, the news I've been seeing recently, like all like I think recently when they're fucking farmers driving through London just to like as a protest and shit, like driving their tractors through London. Hang on, let's see if I can find that. Let's see. It was over the chlorinated chicken stuff.
Oh. I don't see.
Food standards tractor protest in London ahead of MPs voting on that bill. Farmers demanding that food standards are upheld in post-Brexit trade deals are to make their voices heard during a tractor demonstration in central London.
Wow.
At least they're not taking it sitting down, you know? Like, the Tories have turned around and fucking just used all the farmers and everything to try and get the Brexit vote, making it out like everything's going to be better when we leave, when I really don't think it will. Like, I know nothing about farming. I'm going to say that now. But, like, I really don't see how they can make it better for British. Like I said before, all that's happening is we're getting talks of deals from the US for their crappy chicken and beef or whatever it is.
And shit.
Like genetically modified beef and chlorinated chicken, I think it was.
Yummy.
Nothing about making British farms great again or anything like that, is there? Like, no. Like it's silly. Like, they're really not even taking for a second the consideration of the people that voted for him. That's probably why they haven't had the balls to hold a second referendum, because they know it'll get shot down, because all the farmers seeing this fucking chaos, like they're losing, they're like guaranteed they're losing more money than they were before the vote, for sure. And just in general, I've seen loads of shit saying the British farmer is generally in danger because of Brexit. So they won't win a second vote, I don't think.
No,
I
no.
really, really don't think that we would vote leave a second time
No,
round.
definitely not.
They'd literally just have the project fear, the immigrants side of project fear, and that's it.
Yeah.
Like they go on, but
literally within months, people were starting to change their minds. So you give it now, 4 years?
Loads of people changed their mind as soon as they seen the fucking market after the vote. Like, it was mad. All the polls that, like, voting to stay and the fucking currencies just riding it. It got to the highest it had been ever. And then just as the vote started turning, everyone started pulling out of the market, and the pound just plummeted in value. Like, we went back to I think £1.14 to $1.
Yeah.
After the Brexit vote, and we've gotten down that low again, like on and off. Let's see. The pound to euro is the worrying one, though, because that's okay. So we're pretty decent. At the moment, I think 129, which is okay. Dollar to pound is what I normally look at, I think. Yeah, 77. So that's better. But it's not great.
Oof.
Like, the lowest we've had in the last year is it won't let me look at the value for that. Why not? That's weird. It won't show me the year values.
Pound to euro is £1 to €1.10.
Mm-hmm. It's bad, isn't it?
Yeah, it was 1.06.
Like, part I think I didn't see it that often, but I imagine one of the reasons that one of the reasons to vote leave would have been to do with the EU's convention for everyone to use the euro. I think eventually the UK would have to move over to it, or at least I'm sure that would have been used as part of the reason to stick with the stronger pound and leave the EU. But, well, we've seen how that's gone. Like, at this point, the pound may as well be the euro.
Yes.
Like, we may as well have just adopted the economy would probably have been better if we had just stayed and just switched to the euro. As much as I'd hate to, because fucking European money confuses me, frankly. I mean, it's not like I've had much experience using it, but I just give me familiarity.
Yeah.
Like, I don't even like handling change at all anymore. Like, not even notes. I just use Android Pay on everything.
I only use my card. Like, I rarely ever carry cash on me.
Which is ironic considering how much I'm an advocate for data privacy. Digital bank, like, taking all my data.
Have you seen the new thing that Asda has introduced?
What's that?
So it's kind of a scan and pay app on your phone.
Oh, right. So kind of like Tesco's gun things, but it's just an app.
Yeah. It's really going that extra kind of... We are now in fucking 2020.
Yeah, so in theory with that one, you wouldn't even have to go up to the fucking... the scan yourself checkout. Yeah. You could just, like, walk out. You could walk out, and when it realizes that you've left the store with all your basket... Like, it just take your payment like almost like the Amazon stores. That'd be pretty cool.
It's really cool. It's like when you see like sci-fi movies and
Yeah.
they have like they scan the credits and stuff.
Yeah, that's like literally just one step away from the Amazon store. Like with the Amazon one, you tap in with your phone, tap out with your phone. It's the same sort of thing, but you just have to scan each item as well. That's actually, I'm surprised that hasn't happened sooner, to be honest. Especially seeing as Tesco had all them fucking self-scanner guns anyway. Like,
Yeah.
you'd think that they'd go for an app first. Or they would have tried to move to an app, like sooner than, you know, that they haven't. I assume that they haven't in any locations yet. So because they have the guns there, I guess. But like, it's surprising they haven't swapped over sooner to get away with like maintenance costs and shit like that, like replacing the guns when they break and all of that shit.
It's mad because they've just been bought out
As
as
or
the by
Tesco.
as
Yeah.
the new owners.
Oh yeah. Weren't they owned by Walmart?
Yes, they were bought by I let's have a look.
Oh right, shit.
They were owned by Walmart.
Yeah, that's weird because I was saying to Lou the other day that I thought it seemed like Asda was taking on a bit more of Walmart's branding because they have them 3 golden yellow bits on the logo now, like kind of like Walmart does.
Oh, it's just a private firm. It's TDR Capital.
Okay, that's interesting.
But obviously, these guys wouldn't have been involved in that kind of change with the app because surely that would have taken a lot more time than.
Yeah, there'd be like a full development cycle and everything.
But, yeah, they've got some new owners with some cash, all for only 6.8 billion.
Oof. So does that mean, yeah? Because if you look at the stream, got the Asda logo by year, and it's got them 4 yellow things on it, and then go back to Walmart, and it's like essentially the same logo, but just get rid of the A on Asda's covering up those two. Yeah. There. Like, so I thought they were leaning more into the Walmart brands, but now they're sold. That's strange. That.
Yeah, they were bought by Walmart in 1999. I never knew that. I thought that was quite a recent thing, but
yeah,
you know.
Yeah. I thought it was a bit more recent as well. 1999, really. God damn.
They had a merger with Sainsbury's blocked on competition grounds, obviously.
Of course.
Can't flood the market, of course. It's not fair.
Yeah. Well, corner the market, but yeah. Yes. Yeah. It's fucky that. Do you imagine like there'd be like 2 supermarkets in the UK then, right?
Yeah,
because we only what have we got? Morrison's, Asda, okay, so there'd be 3. So we have the big 4 at the moment, and then it'd be down to the big 3. It's mad that they consider that competition.
How do you mean? What, Asda merging Sainsbury's?
No, like 4 major stores. It's like the same with like a broadband, for example, in America. There's like 4 major networks, maybe 3, and like generally they don't compete. Like they just stay. They just keep their prices however, and it's normally better than the little guys can afford to do, but it's always still shit. And of course those 4 companies own all of the actual fucking infrastructure. So they kind of corner the market. Like most cities, you'll have like maybe 3 options for internet. 2 of them will be little broadband providers that can't really guarantee decent speeds or only have limited connections and shit like that. And then you'll have one of the big boys who charge big money.
Big boy money. Big daddy money.
Exorbitant amounts.
Mm-hmm.
I'm still not even sure I said that right.
We know what you
But yeah, that's so what was the company called again? Fucking who owns
TDR Capital.
Asda? Still comes up as Walmart according to Google.
Maybe it's not quite transitioned. Maybe it's, you know.
Asda has officially become a British-owned retailer again. For the first time in 21 years, last Friday, US retail behemoth Walmart agreed to terms for a $6.8 billion sale of a majority stake in the Big Four grocer. It is the Big Four. Big Four grocer to the billionaire Isa Brothers. Isa Brothers?
Yes.
Isa Brothers? Along with partners at private equity firm TDR Capital. So who the fuck are TDR Capital? Let's check image search.
TDR Capital.
Okay, I recognize that logo actually. For some reason.
I don't think I've ever.
It seems like it's just an investment company.
Yeah.
Yeah, they just pump money into things to try and get money out. Fair. I don't understand how that can be a business and industry. It's so wild, isn't it?
Yeah. Basically, if you have money, you invest things and try and make more. You just get money.
It's basically like it's like the company equivalent of a sugar daddy, right?
Yeah. Yeah.
That's fucking. That's weird. That is, isn't it?
That is. So, I would just like to address the audience a second.
Go for it.
So yeah, we normally go through a lot of newsy stories throughout the week, and we talk about them and our thoughts. But this is kind of a different episode where we just kind of sit down, chillax, and just go through things that are in our heads, deep things, and just
Big think.
Chat. Big thing. I think it's currently called Deep Think.
Deep think. Big think. Yeah, let's change it. Big think.
Decisions being made. Look,
live.
Yeah. So we hopefully we can do these like every so often. So maybe like once a month, maybe.
Yeah, it'd be nice to kind of break up the content a bit.
Yeah, because a lot of the news is quite depressing at the moment.
Yeah, it's fucking heavy, and I'm sick of it.
COVID. Like, jeez.
We're all gonna die.
Probably.
Yeah, probably. I mean, eventually.
I mean, yeah,
it's just inevitable.
It is inevitable.
I mean, like, there's an asteroid, for example, that's kind of on its way here. Have you heard about that?
No.
I'll see if I can pull it up now. Let's see.
Worst nightmare.
Yeah, to be fair, I'm probably being a bit sadistic telling you about this. To be fair,
if you don't, well, you won't know. But yeah, I have a lot of nightmares, and this actually brings me up to my first point, actually. But I'll just drop this in here. So I get a lot of I get nightmares every so often, and when I get nightmares, they're quite bad. And a lot of them are involving space, and a lot of them are involving death. Yeah, so this is making me feel a certain way. There's an asteroid on course with Earth soon.
Yeah, it's so if I remember right, we actually send in like probes out to it to like do some like flybys and orbits of it, and
Is it the one that's like coming in like 2039?
I feel like it was sooner. I'm not oh yeah, it may be. It might be Japan. No, that's too soon. I feel like, cause the idea was that we were sending up the probe to like check out the check out the whole thing, and like try and land on it, and maybe like try and figure out some way that we could prepare to deflect it or some shit if we have to. I'm struggling to find any articles on it though. Oh, here we go. I don't know why that wasn't just popping up in general. I don't know what the hell that fucking Saudi. Why is it the first news about it is from a Saudi newspaper? What? Why?
Government's blocking the news from you, but
they're sick of us. But okay, here we go. I think this will work. As much as I fucking hate the sun on a level. Dead or alive, NASA probe to reveal secrets of doomsday asteroid Bennu that could crash into Earth. October 9th. Yeah, so this will be
October 9th.
This will be about the one that I've seen. Yeah, it's recent-ish news, you know. Probably something I had down and didn't. We didn't get around to. All right, so
a hit October 9th, and I was like, oh, it missed.
Ah, bro, that's like what, a few days ago. It's all been a simulation since then. Let's see. So, Osiris Rex. Osiris Rex spacecraft will take a sample of the asteroid on October 20th. So they'll be looking to try and land on it then, I guess. So we'll get some more news about it then. Apparently, experts have claimed that the space rock contains ingredients for life. I think I heard that it might have been one of the oldest asteroids in our solar system as well. So we can kind of accommodate the solar system potentially. I don't know. I might be speaking out my ass, but I think there was something about that, you know. Samples should arrive on Earth in 2023. Okay, so we're okay. I must have mixed them dates up. Bennu has a slim chance of collision with our planet in the 2100s.
Oh,
so you're safe, but you're safe for now.
I mean I will be safe.
Unless human life expectancy skyrockets, yeah. Like within the next few days. Because we don't exactly have the best chances at the moment.
No.
Let's see. Oh, I thought that said they were going to get a picture in the next few days. Researchers rely on high-resolution mapping that has been done around Bennu. Oh, so I guess that's actually legit pictures and like 3D mapping then. So that'll be pictures and that'll be like a 3D render.
Okay.
Today, I will introduce a new product of Saker Company, Saker 18-in-1 Snowflake Multi-Tool. The 18-in-1 Snowflake stainless steel keychain multi-tool combination bottle opener. It is an incredible tool.
Did that thing just scream?
I didn't. I've got the
In December 2018, after traveling for 2
Why
years,
was that ad
101
so fucking
days,
loud?
and over 1.2 billion miles.
I should probably mute this actually, because otherwise we might get copyrighted. And make sure that we keep talking over it as well, so there's constant commentary. That way we can claim that, you know, it's fair use, and hopefully not get knocked away for it or whatever. Fuck you. FA Cup.
Sky
Sports, yeah. Well, it was FA Premier League that
Really?
yeah, that claimed the. I know, like, really, the actual fucking Premier League. Why? What is the point? Like,
enough money.
I know, like, and it was actually fair use as well. Like, we were commentating over the whole thing.
Like,
It's ridiculous.
Who's like monitoring our stuff? That
I know. Well, there's like an auto content like content ID on YouTube gets claimed automatically, but so in some cases, like I wouldn't be that surprised that the FA Cup claimed it, but the thing is,
it's not the FA Cup.
We disputed the claim, and they got back to us like, nah. Sorry, it's not fair use. Like, yes, it is.
Joe, like,
yes, it fucking is.
Worded letter, and they just basically said, nah, we're all right.
They just pied us off, like. Like, what was the word in the email? FA Premier League has rejected your claim. It's like, how? What do you mean? I reject their rejection.
Yeah. And then
fucking we need a lawyer.
We do.
Hey, if you're a lawyer, hit us up.
Yeah.
I'm not even sure if I can make that live yet. I haven't checked. I need to get on that. But I've got the blur on it. However, I just discovered that I can export it to our Twitch channel as a highlight. So long as that doesn't get claimed by the FA Premier League, you can watch it there without the blur.
What's the chances that they would?
I'm not sure.
A lot lower
actually.
Than YouTube.
Yeah, like Twitch got a lot more stringent recently with their with like music copyright ID and that, but for YouTube, for like videos and stuff like that and commentary and shit, I haven't seen it. I haven't seen it get claims yet. So that's cool. And we can do watch parties on Twitch now as well.
How does that work?
I'm not entirely sure, but to put it simply, we can like just watch shit on Amazon Prime. On stream, like. We can't export it to YouTube, I assume. Like, that probably wouldn't really make any sense. But, you know.
It is what it is.
It's quite cool, though. Have to do a watch party sometime, like. Be good if we could find, like, a decent, like, deep think documentary or something like that. Or some wild conspiracy theory that we could go through. Like, commentate through.
Yes.
Could we do that for a fucking... Would that work as a podcast episode? Like, could we upload that to Anchor, or would we just have to leave it as a highlight on Twitch?
I don't even know. Maybe not.
I mean, yeah. We could. I doubt it'd get claimed or anything.
No.
But, you know. I mean, may as well. Why not, innit?
All they can say is nah.
Yeah, exactly. All they can do is sue us.
Yep.
But yeah, we're all gonna die eventually.
Yeah, back to that point.
Yeah, you know.
It is what it is.
It is what it is. I don't know what this one is, which popped up recently too. Asteroid warning: space rock will hit Earth again someday.
Well, yeah. What?
Like, yeah, what exactly are they saying? This is why I fucking hate the Express.
It happens every day anyway. Little tiny fucking asteroids.
Like, I know. What exactly do they mean? Oh no, I'm not even going to bother with this. NASA has warned that an asteroid will one day hit Earth again, believing a space rock's collision with our planet is inevitable.
Yeah.
Yeah. No shit.
Anybody could say that. It's just a matter of
Like,
time.
you're not wrong. Like, I mean, it doesn't even have to happen while we're here. It's gonna happen.
Yeah.
And you'd be dumb to think that there'd be less chance of it not happening while we're here anyway.
NASA's
I mean, technically there is, because we're barely here. We've barely been here. We will barely be here. But, like, you know, it's gonna keep happening while we're here. we can't deflect them, and like, I honestly, I don't think we're gonna be able to for a while. Because it's not like you can just shoot a nuke at it. You can't just shoot a nuke at an asteroid and expect that to, like, I'm not sure if we had it on the podcast before that this point, but I'm sure I've said it to you before. It's like the difference between like a handgun and a fucking shotgun.
Mm-hmm.
Like a slug and a shotgun even, maybe. So the slug's just gonna slam into Earth and fucking. But if we fucking break it up, then loads of little rocks are just gonna also come in and smash into Earth, and not to mention those rocks will then be radioactive. So we essentially shot a radioactive shotgun at ourselves if we nuke asteroids.
But we just want to create some sort of fucking Death Star laser contraption.
Yeah. I mean, even the Death Star didn't incinerate planets. Like, you've seen Alderaan.
I know, but that was a planet. I mean, we're just talking about a big rock, but still.
But then, what happens to everything behind the laser? Like, at what point does it drop off?
Blasting a hole through a fucking planet.
Oh man, like, I mean, it's not like it's impossible. I think the best chance we'd have at the moment is if we had an asteroid that wasn't that fast, or wasn't that big even, and if we landed a fuckload of rocket probes on there and clamped it into the asteroid and flew it off in the other direction, like, that'd probably be our best bet. Like, just fly the asteroid into the sun.
Yes.
Like, realistically, that's the only real way we have of getting rid of space debris. Is just fling it at the sun. Or asteroids as well, because, like, if we fling it off some other direction, it might hit something else, butterfly effect, etc. You know, if we fling it in the sun, it's not going to give it enough mass to really shorten its life that much. So fuck it, it'll be fine, and then it's not going to come back and fuck us up later. Then
what would happen if you was to build some sort of laser contraption and we shot it into space? Like what happens to that laser? Does that just continue to travel through space?
Like the laser beam itself, you mean? That's what I want to know. That's what I'm saying. Yeah, like, what exactly is going to happen with that? Because someone's going to get fucking hurt.
Yeah.
Like,
it's one guy in particular.
Yeah, if you think about it, we might even, like, make it worse for ourselves. Like, rather than having one asteroid, we just fucking blew up Mars, and now all of that's fucking flying at us. Because like, that's another thing as well. So when you think about it, these lasers, yeah, it's still not going to incinerate the asteroid. It's going to make it explode still. So, like, how is it going to explode? Like, maybe we can make a laser that would sort of blast it away, but then also, would that affect Earth's trajectory?
Maybe. I don't know if it would have enough mass.
Like,
Really?
think like solar sails, for example. You know that stuff?
Solar sails.
Hang on,
No.
I'll bring it up.
Yeah, I think the asteroid would have to have quite a lot of mass to push.
Yeah, so we've got these also called light sails or photon sails, because they're generally quite small and use a laser or a photon laser for to propel themselves.
Okay.
So essentially, these for the most part, I think they're in concept. I don't think we have many, if any, real working things yet of it. Though again, I could be wrong. But essentially, what these things do is they have a laser on them, and they fire into this. What is essentially they're generally very, very small, and they fire a laser into this sail essentially, and that laser gives it propellant in the sail. It's like, imagine you had a boat and a massive fan on the boat blowing into the sail, kind of thing.
Mhm.
Like it's equivalent to that, but with a laser. So we can shoot off fucking nanobot probes and shit like that, off at like accelerating at something stupid like a quarter the speed of light, I think.
Right.
And then bigger crafts, like they just sort of accelerate exponentially as they go on.
Okay.
So, like obviously up to whatever wattage the laser could give it, but it accelerates exponentially up to that point. So, yeah, these are like the whole concept was brought up for like little bits of machinery and shit like that as a way to make them like efficient, make like really efficient, far-reaching probes and stuff like that. So, for example, they could be used to try and get to exoplanets and back, because we could potentially have these tiny fucking probes go stupid quick to the planet and then stupid quick back to transmit the data. In theory, like
Could be the future of space discovery.
I doubt it would work too well for like, what do you call it? Like bigger, for like actual big craft. Like as cool as it would be, I don't think we'll quite ever have boats flying through space with sails. But
No.
though in theory that like it would work, because like the light from suns like create solar winds that the sails use. Could use even. Like these little nanobots would be influenced by the light of the sun as well.
That'd be a really interesting turn of events. Like we kind of assumed it would be rockets.
Yeah.
Imagine
Yeah.
100 years these fucking space boats, spaceship.
Well,
I mean, you'll have to rebrand it. They can't call it a spaceship.
Yeah, I know, right?
What do you call that? Space boat doesn't sound good.
Like gets me thinking of like Skies of Arcadia and that, with their fucking airship boats. Though, to be fair, I feel like that would be more... I like to imagine that's more like what a gas giant planet would be like.
Yes.
Like lots and lots of random bits of land flying around the orbit of the planet in this massive fucking storm. And like the different depths of the atmosphere. And just flying about in big fucking airships. So such a cool concept, isn't it?
Mm-hmm. It is very cool.
But yeah, like this solar sail stuff is super interesting. Like, I did have a point to this, didn't I?
Asteroids? Pushing the asteroid?
Solar. Why? what did I have? How did solar sails come into that? Like pushing away an asteroid. Fuck, I don't even know. Oh, right, yeah. So, like, with how solar sails propel themselves with a laser beam, right? So, in theory, if we had a laser beam on the Earth and shot it at another object, like, obviously we weigh more, so we would displace it. But is there a potential that something like that could displace the Earth off its orbit even slightly? Could it be maybe equivalent to having like a giant fucking rocket booster or some shit
Potentially,
blasting off the planet? But then again, the way we're thinking of it's probably not quite right. Like, we're thinking super laser, aren't we?
Yes.
Realistically, if we were gonna shoot a laser off into space that was gonna explode a planet, it would be more sort of like a cancer laser style thing, you know?
Just
Or
big
probably not the best way to describe it, but I forget what they're called. You know how they concentrate the beams into one spot?
Yeah, like the Death Star.
Like that kind of thing. I was gonna say, yeah, like with the Death Star, like how it shoots the lasers into one point and then a big laser. Like, unfortunately, the lasers don't all decide to shoot a bigger one off it in front, do they? But it'd probably be like the Death Star up to that point. Yeah, we'd probably have to have like loads of like smaller, less powerful lasers all pointed around Earth and all aiming at the same target at the same place in the asteroid. But then again, if we just like shoot this powerful laser, essentially creating hot enough plasma in the center of the fucking asteroid to make it explode, it's just gonna outwards ever. That's another fucking shotgun shell again.
It is. It depends on how much energy it can create in terms, like how big the explosion would be. If it could generate enough energy inside the asteroid for it to completely just kind of, because it will obviously shoot in different directions.
Yeah.
Well, majority of it, well, you would assume at least half of it away from Earth.
But my question is, would that be with enough force to get out of Earth's gravity?
Well,
like indefinitely, or will we have more bigger molten pieces of a asteroid coming back at us?
Well, yeah, I would have assumed that they would have had. Well, the most ideal situation would be to shoot it from a distance, if that would be possible.
Yeah, of course.
Never in Earth's gravity to begin with.
Like, realistically, you'd think the best place to have like a planet protection laser, if you will, would be on the moon. But then that gives me flashbacks of Sonic Adventure 2 Battle. So
what happened, mate?
Eggman or Eggman's dad or something, fucking no, Shadow, to activates this death laser on the moon, and it blows up half the moon and you can just see the laser there, and he's gonna use it to destroy all of Earth and shit, and then it ends up flying towards Earth and you have to stop it, and yeah, it's chaos.
Fair.
But yeah, like, and also fucking, as far as a laser goes on the moon, technically illegal, you know, because not allowed to have weapons in space.
Because yeah, I can imagine somebody using that to target someone or a country on Earth.
Yeah, Russia. Not to target Russia, but Russia, you know, probably going to target us.
The way to do it is to make it so strong that if anybody was to use it against Earth, it would just destroy the Earth.
So all the like basically more mutually assured destruction.
Then you have
basically just an Earth kill switch. Then
yes, Although I feel like that's still quite dangerous if that falls in the wrong hands or if it's hacked.
Yeah, I was about to say, it don't even need to fall into the wrong hands. Just people in the wrong hands could hack and take it. Like that's part of the reason why all the US nuclear codes and everything and all their systems are still archaic as fuck. Like it's all still 1970s computers.
Really?
Or at least up until very recently, if not.
Why no upgrade? Why?
Because although it's a bit although it's a little what's it called, counterintuitive, being as they're really old computers, it actually makes them more secure from hackers because they're harder to interface with.
Fair. Okay, I can see that.
Like just as a start. And also like I think it's all for the most part quite bespoke software, like proprietary type stuff. So to be able to make any like malware for it, you'd have to have access to the computers and the source code to be able to design it, because I don't think it's running off just the standard Windows stuff.
No. Yeah, and then generations and generations of hackers using newer and newer software. This just becomes dated.
Yeah, like it probably uses some out of date, forgotten coding languages and shit like that.
You give it 100 years, there'll be nobody apart from the people who would actually use it there that would even know what to do with it.
Yeah, exactly. I don't know what to search, try and find out if they've updated their computer systems. Ah, there we go. 2019. US nuclear weapons no longer rely on floppy disks to operate. Yeah. That's how old the computers were, and that's how they were so they were more secure for not being updated. 8-inch floppy disks, but look at the size of that fucker. You ever seen a floppy disk that big?
Where is it? I can't see it. Oh, there. Oh, wow. That's huge. That's gotta be at least like double, triple the size of modern, say modern, the most modern day floppy disk from the 90s.
Oh, yeah. I think at max it must have been like a probably less than 8 megabyte floppy disk, to be honest.
Okay. Well, that's nothing. That is
know,
tiny,
right? That's beyond tiny, below tiny. That's like microscopic.
Yeah.
Like that's maybe a Word document if you're lucky.
With the PlayStation
like
2.
This fucking web page definitely has more than 8 megabytes on it. Probably has more than 80 megabytes on it. Some of the computers were at least 50 years old, and yep, outdated software languages and hardware parts that are unsupported. So try and hack that shit, but just try.
Ideal.
Dare ya? Excuse me? Excuse me? All of this may leave the modern reader wondering, what is am I that old? Am I that old that people don't know what floppy disks are? I mean, kids, yeah, but like, who over 18 is reading independent articles or any news articles? Like, surely, like 18, 20-year-olds know what a floppy disk is.
Most people, sure.
Like, I know there's been kids that have asked, like, what the hell the picture is for the save logo. but I mean, come on, surely. I'm not that old yet. Don't say that.
When did they stop using them?
So it would have later it would have been very recently, like 2019, was it? Yeah, around about a year ago. If you wanted information like software onto a computer or a large device, you had to put it onto a floppy disk, insert the disk into the machine, and then direct the machine to access the information. I can remember the whole process, like. Introduced in the 1970s, the 8-inch floppy disk is a disk-based storage, no shit, holds 80 kilobytes of data.
Wow.
So, like, you're not gonna get much malware into 80 kilobytes, I don't think.
No.
And that's basically the only way to get the data onto the systems up until about a year ago.
Just about enough data to like have an on and off switch. This is basically all they need. A yes or no button launch.
I know.
Minimal.
Yeah, there we go. He's saying not the positives. Not easily hackable, not expensive, extremely well understood, stable. Says that 80 kilobytes is perfectly okay for all the data they need to get onto the machines at the moment, but is it going to be in 10 to 5, 10, 15 years? Good question.
Good question.
Very good question, seeing as we're starting to really see the multiples of terabytes come into play in storage now. Like I got a on on fucking Amazon Prime Day. I got a 50 terabyte SD for 1 terabyte SSD for 50 quid. Banger.
That's good.
Call of Duty ain't got nothing on me.
That's good.
Also, I have heard that Call of Duty has decided that we can choose what we want installed now, so we don't have to. Although the game's now 250 gigabytes full.
Really? I thought they I saw something about the new update making the game smaller.
Well, from what I've seen, I don't know how accurate this is, but I think 250 gigs is if you have everything installed, and it's about 176 minimum. So you're not really saving much. Like,
No.
most people are gonna uninstall the story mode and the weird co-op mode thing, and leave it at that. So what's the bets that those aren't the biggest parts of the game? What's the bets that's like maybe 50 gigs worth of data? So it's still 200 terabytes for Warzone and multiplayer. What's the bets? It's them fucking gun textures, innit? Like all the stupid ass fucking skins and everything.
Yeah,
like,
that's true.
Here's a thought. How about we just have, like, give us the option to just have the skins we own? I don't give a fuck about everyone else's skins. So
Yeah, that's true.
I don't really care about seeing everyone else's skins.
But that's the point, isn't it? People show off their skins, otherwise they won't really.
Yeah, but I don't care. I'd rather save like 100 gigabytes of
At least give people,
storage.
I guess.
Yeah, exactly. Give us the option. Like, I don't care. Consider me a poor if you want. Like, oh, I can't afford enough storage to have all the fucking... I don't care. I want to save the story. I don't remember the last time I logged it. The last time I played Call of Duty, yeah, I think I got the battle pass. I had the coins to pay for the battle pass, so I did. Then I didn't play for the entire season. So I don't give a fuck about seeing everyone else's skins. Like, just high-res gun models and high-res skins for whatever I've got, and then maybe if you have to, like, I don't know, load in the skins that the people are using in the game. Like, stream those details. How hard could that be, surely? Or are they actually that big that you can't just stream the fucking data in along with the, like, the map and all that?
Surely not.
Like, come on. It's just frustrating. Like, I swear to God, the guns must take up more space than the maps themselves. I swear.
Yeah, because they'd have to be kind of where was the map? It's just kind of there and it's set there. Items and skins would have to go through a network of going from your perspective through someone else's account and reading the data on their account to kind of show the skin.
Yeah.
So I guess it's more stress than just stuff that's just there, as in loads and shit.
I just 176 gigabytes, smallest they can make the game. How? It's wild.
Yeah.
It'd be good if you could turn them off entirely.
Just look, the map isn't that big.
No, I know. Like, they got. I swear they must be. The guns take up more space. I bet you.
Yeah.
We could probably check. I'm gonna have to try and check for next time. Find out.
One thing I remember, Joe.
Yep.
Did you find that hat?
Oh, I didn't. I can't find it fucking everywhere. I swear, man. But I will let you know if I find it.
Yeah, I'm gonna remind
you. Old man, but that's why they do it. That's why they don't do it, because people buy it and don't use it. They count on it. You'll do it again. Oh right, we're buying the battle pass. That's why I use the coins, my dude. I think I've paid for the battle pass once, and I did actually play it that time, but I just didn't have the energy to play it this time around. It was.
What you bought?
I don't know what it is. It's just getting. I guess I was disappointed. I didn't even get to see the train in Warzone. Like, I thought it was the maps were gonna be changed up a fair bit, but like Stadium was a bit shit, wasn't it? Like inside of that.
I never even got to see those bunkers, with all those.
Yeah. We tried all that, but we kept getting fucked over every time. I have to hit a tipping point. The people have been saying no, and it's getting more and more each year. Even bigger AAA games are starting to fail. I think by 20. Yeah, man, I've been thinking the same thing. Like, the industry is just generally, it's going through a proper rough patch. The entire Xbox One, PS4 generation was a fucking flop as far as I'm concerned. Like, there were a few really decent games, and to be fair, I can't speak for PS4 because I didn't have one. And the exclusives for that, I know everyone loves that. But other than the PS4 exclusives, like, the entire generation was basically a flop. Like, no one delivered on the promises they made. That's why I'm like super hesitant to buy into the idea of 120 frames a second standard on next gen, like with the Series S as well. Like, I don't know, I don't see it happening. But yeah, I mean, for my fucking GTX 1070 can barely get 60 frames a second in Minecraft and 2K. Minecraft, GTA, two very different games there.
Yeah, very different.
Yeah, like I can barely get, like, if I max out GTA, I can barely get 50, 60 frames a second, which is wild. And that's an 8-year-old game. So, like I know these new the consoles are running much faster GPU CPUs than my older hardware, though I wouldn't think 1070s is that old. But you know, they're gonna be a bit better. I don't see them being that much better, and especially to try and run ray tracing too. That'd be, I don't trust them at all, because they said 4K support in the last one. Yeah, they don't have to deliver. They already have the money. Why should they care? It's a scam. If this was the 1940s, they'd be tossed in jail. Fucking right, mate. Honestly, I think that's why Xbox are leaning so heavily into like the xCloud stuff now, because that way they don't have to make their consoles work. It's just all in the servers in the back end that way.
I mean, the money they get on pre-orders alone probably takes them.
Yeah, and the people probably may be buying the Xbox One X instead of the Xbox Series X. Yeah, like
it's just releasing a new console and then just reaping the rewards.
Yeah, and with the whole stuff with the Xbox One X, like leaky old man butt said, they should be thrown in jail.
Yeah. Disgusting.
I love that name, by the way. Fucking
leaky old man butt.
All right, so. What were we fucking saying with all that? We're still on, oh yeah, nuclear codes and shit. How do we get onto all the Xbox stuff?
We're talking about,
computers, I guess, innit?
Yeah.
Yeah, computer progression. Fucking coming from floppy disks all the way up to what they're on now and that shit. It's fraud. It's fraud, plain and simple. They keep getting away with it too. Yeah, like that's why I've stopped pre-ordering games now. Like, I'm actually I'm a little bit salty that I ended up technically pre-ordering Star Wars Squadrons, because it's only 2 game modes and a story mode.
Exactly. For 34.
It really is really fun for a bit, but it's also like, wow.
Like if that's the direction they're going in, then poor. Like they could be releasing full games for like 80 quid.
Yeah, like. At least Squadrons was only £35. That's all I can say. Like I wouldn't have paid 50 for it. They pretty much have stopped playing games because I'm so sick of it. I know exactly what you mean, man. I struggle to get into games sometimes. I find like going back over some of Ubisoft's titles, probably the strongest I could pick out over the last few years. Like Assassin's Creed, Black Flag, I've been playing through, and the Far Cry games as well. Far Cry 4, Far Cry 5, those were fun. Though Far Cry 4 got getting a bit grindy now towards the end. But yeah, like only games I'm looking forward to are Watch Dogs 3, which little risky, but I've always loved the Watch Dogs franchise, despite how much it tends to dick us over in little ways. But at least this time, Watch Dogs 3 should look as good as Watch Dogs 1 did. I think the game that did me in was No Man's Sky. Ooh, yeah. I know exactly what you mean there. I got it for like 25 quid. Probably why I'm not too salty. I don't think I got it straight away. I gotta be fair, I do really enjoy it, but if you, I know exactly what you mean. Like it was fucked at the start. Like it had nothing, like anything in the trailers, and holy shit was it complicated. Like I could barely play it because I couldn't figure it out. It was way too hard. Like I always say that I hate to rip into Hello Games and No Man's Sky, because like they had all their bullshit with their development and the flood and everything that supposedly put them back in their their development somewhat, and like I can't help but feel like Sony buying them up and pushing it as like a AAA game and everything, for one, leaves a sour taste in a lot of people's mouths, because I didn't think it was going to be a AAA game from the get-go, to be honest. I thought it would be more of a sort of startup kind of game, like a kind of it should have been in the Steam Workshop, if anything, because and the way I this is what I mean when I say, like, I understand what you're saying when you say it's basically fucking fraud, straight fraud, because they've literally had the development model of a Steam Workshop game. Like, the whole development model, the way it's gone, how the game's progressed, it's basically been how a Steam Workshop game... Is it Workshop? A Steam indie whatever game. Yeah, Steam Workshop game. It's gone how... Early access, that's the one. A Steam early access game, that's how the development ideally should go. Like, they had lots of nice little incremental updates, add in things, and with a good baseline. But it was promoted as a AAA game with speculation of ideas for what they wanted for it, touted as like game features that were existing and gonna be in it. And yeah, it's just like my mate Jordan, he tried No Man's Sky, I think, when it came out on Games Pass. I know it wasn't a full game. Like, it's close to... It is a lot closer to it now. That's what I mean. Yeah. It's like it was an early access. It should have just been an early access game, the way the process went through. But yeah, my mate Jordan, first thing he thought of, first thing he wanted to see and everything, was the sandworms, and of course they've only now been added into the game.
Only now? That's one of the great things showcased, and they've only now put it in.
I know, that was like big thing of one of the original trailers. Yeah, 4 years later, yeah. And like, I gotta be fair, all the new weather effects and everything that they've got in the game, and like the fire, it's really cool. It's very basic, but it is cool. It adds a nice dynamic for the people that do still like to play it. And honestly, I probably got some rose-tinted glasses for it because of just the general idea. Like, I love the idea of No Man's Sky, and I'm probably biased, because honestly, a lot of the time, I try and play it. I'll try and like jump on, even get in creative mode and just start making a base, and then I'll try and find a good planet, and then by the time I found one that's like nice and got a nice landscape, it's just... lost the energy to actually try and make a base. Yeah. It's like, it can be a fucking slog, and I've never managed to get through all of the missions for it. That's probably why I'd try and be nice to it. I've not got through all of the missions for it properly, so I don't want to be critical because I haven't gotten through all of it. But I can't imagine there's much more than what I've got.
It's missing so much content. You get to a certain point and then you think, well, what do I do now? Like, I need that extra step, that motivation to keep playing.
Yeah, it's like with Minecraft, it had a similar sort of issue initially. Yeah. But then with Minecraft, there's straight up no direction to it. Whereas No Man's Sky tries to give you some sort of weird direction. So then you just kind of end up circling yourself. Like, am I supposed to go for these Atlas terminals, or should I just gun it for the center of the thing? Like, what am I actually supposed to do? Because I thought the whole idea was to get to the center of the galaxy, but that's fucking 7.78.2 billion light years away. So, like, what the fuck am I meant to do to, like, progress, Because they weirdly have so many things locked behind missions, like compulsory missions, that you kind of need to just jump in, and if you just want to jump in and play the game, like fucking base components and shit like that. Like, there's a certain level, there's like, I swear there's like It's almost like there's a 6-hour tutorial phase of tutorial missions. 6 hours worth of like tutorial missions before you actually unlock everything to play the game fully. It's excessive. I will say that. They need a full fucking rework on the story and fucking the way it looks, not just the UI like they have done.
It's fine, we'll get that in another 4 years, and then we'll have the full game.
Yeah, another 4 years. It was built on fraud. That was my biggest problem. They deceived everyone, and still 4 years later, it's not complete. Plus, people defend them, and they're like, they tried, after ripping off so many. I know exactly where you're coming from. It's not great at all, but yeah. It's really like you say, with the whole thing with the forced refund policy and all that. Like, did you hear about that, Jack? I think it was something along the lines of, if you bought No Man's Sky, regardless of whether you've played 2 hours of it, even if you've played more than 2 hours of it, or if you've had it for longer than 2 weeks, you could still return it.
Okay.
Like, up to a certain point. I don't think I could return it now. I doubt.
Oh.
But because of, like, I think there was like a full-on lawsuit or something that
People not satisfied.
Yeah, so people could get the money back because people they were that pissed with it.
I would be if I saw those trailers and played that game.
They lost, like, Hello Games lost the lawsuit, or the people like doing the lawsuit to get the refund policy put through lost. Yes. I'm gonna guess you meant Hello Games. Cool. Like, it's to be fair, after all of that, it's a wonder that they did carry on. I think that's why some people give them that benefit of the doubt, because even after all of that, they still continue to give like free updates to the game and shit like that. At least they're not milking it as much as GTA Online. Like, there's no microtransactions or anything like that yet, and it's only 4 years old, and they're not like full on pushing it still.
You haven't got to buy any of the shark card stuff. You at least GTA is still a very fun game to play online with your friends.
Yeah,
it's funny,
except for like having to try and hack the lobby. Well, not hack, but bug the lobby every single time. Like, it'd be great. I would love GTA if it just let you have friends lobbies where you can make money, because otherwise it's fucking shit. Like, I feel like the way Leaky Old Mamba is with No Man's Sky, like, I feel the same sort of way with GTA Online sometimes. Just the way that they're always trying to force you into needing the money to get, like, having to buy shark cards. Like, they do everything they can to make it as hard as possible for you to earn the money. Like, you can grind it, but it's a fucking slog. And when you like grind up, like, I only ever sell weed because it's not too much to lose at once and easy enough to get up quick. But when I lose a full shipment of weed, and like I could have had 200,000, instead I have like 20k because some hacker, some fucking sweaty teenage boy with a fucking trainer just decides to like blow up everyone's cars at random, and I lose all my product. Like, fuck that. It's a load of shit. Ugh. They have tried 2 times, but Backlash was not so good, so they pulled it. Well, like with microtransactions, I'll have to look into that. GTA, don't get me started. Another game that was crap on release. I haven't heard many people say they thought it was shit on release. To be
the
fair.
online was.
Yeah, the online was fucking dead on arrival. Like that was like it was impossible to fucking earn money originally in GTA. It's a bit better now.
Stuff.
Like I literally had to grind the fucking simian missions, like because they got you. They were probably the quickest I could figure that would get you decent amounts of money. That or the stealing the Titan from the Air Force base. From the LSIA even, like, and that one, you'd get some stupid ass teammates that end up dying and losing all your lives, and it just make it longer than it was worth. It's fucking and heists as well. You get fuck all money from them really, because you always have to split it between everyone, and you get people that don't fucking agree on the price on their cut and everything. They want like 30%, even though they've just joined this lobby. Like, fuck off. We've done all the setup missions for this. I didn't get any money for the setup missions. Ugh, exactly. The grind to force you to pay. I hate it.
Yeah, you get sick of grinding, so you're like, fuck it. I'll spend 20 quid on a shark card.
But yeah, like, we need a new GTA Online at this point. A new GTA in general. Like, 8 years. 8 years it's been in development. Thank you, buddy boy, leaky old man butt, giving us a follow. Hope we catch you next time, bro.
Yes. Like,
but yeah, yeah, always nice interacting with you guys. But yeah, we need a new GTA. We need, like, 8 years is too long to, like, 2 console generations is enough. Like, Xbox 360 and PC would have been fine. Well, that's not even the order they went, was it? It was 360, then Xbox One, then PC. Like, they GTA will have had fucking, hang on, 1, 2, I can't count for shit. 1, 2, 3. This will be their 4th launch for GTA. Because they'll be launching it on new gen. That'll be the 4th time that it's launched.
Yeah, it is. It is like Skyrim. Because Skyrim's now on.
Yeah, it's the new Skyrim. Is Skyrim on Switch now? I think it is, isn't it?
It is, yeah. I mean,
GTA next for Switch. At least GTA keeps updating it. Well, see, GTA does keep putting updates in, but I feel like really to get a lot out of some of these updates, you need shark cards, or Amazon Prime helps, to be fair. Like, the only reason I've got a casino penthouse is because of Amazon Prime. And holy shit, every fucking room in that penthouse is at least 200,000. Like, if you want to get the actually have anything in the penthouse, like, fuck. Yeah, they have put a good few updates out for an 8-year-old game. At least they're not just like leaving it up and that's all we have and there's nothing else for it. Like, I will say that much, but I would like to have, like, quality of life updates at least, if they're not gonna at least tease GTA 6, like, just some quality of life updates, like I said, fucking friend lobbies. Just give us lobbies where we can play only with our friends and not get blown to fuck, please. I don't want to have to do some funky bullshit with alt tabbing to try and clear out the lobby and then invite all my mates in and hope that we don't end up getting the lobby filled again. It's so annoying. All because I don't want my weed van to get blown up. Skyrim, when you buy it, it's the same piece of shit it was when it's released. Let's see, how many times has that been released? So we've got Xbox 360, we have PC, Xbox One. So would Xbox One be the remaster? I guess we'll count that as remaster, but I'm gonna count
It's still a
remaster on
remake.
PC separately. Oh, also there'll be Game of the Year editions for Skyrim as well. So that's like 5 already. VR. Is it on PSVR? I mean, that counts as a separate thing. It's different, like, it's a different version of the game. And Switch. That's like 5, 6, 8 at least. And bet you it's going to be on mobile within the next 2 years. The remaster wasn't even a remaster. Is that the PC one, like the special edition? I heard some shit about it, but I can't remember what. It might be. Oh no, I'm thinking of some shit around like the VR version. I think apparently doesn't run off the remastered PC edition or something like that. It just uses the original version, which is weird. Like, if you're gonna have VR, surely you'd want to have like higher resolution texture packs and shit like that, right? 16 re-releases. Holy fuck!
Wow.
I was only halfway there.
I've just checked
God damn.
on Amazon for Skyrim Switch, and that is now selling for £61.35.
No, that's not fair. You can't charge 61 quid for a game that released pre-2010.
That's
it was pre-2010, wasn't it?
The new norm is £60 games.
When did Skyrim? Okay, 2011. They nearly come out pre-2010. I was nearly right. Fucking 2011, and it's had 16 releases. What the fuck?
Milking that Skyrim cash cow.
Oh yeah, milking that Brahmin until the cow comes home. Wait, what? Almost a decade old, and I was complaining about fucking GTA as well. Like, god damn. So, when did... where's my mouse? My mouse has disappeared. Where's my mouse gone? Fuck. I can't find my mouse! Oh. Ah, there it is. Load in an unmodded game and your eyes bleed.
Yeah.
Oh man, that's one thing I'll always appreciate Bethesda for is the mods. Like, even modded games don't look good anymore. Like the mods on any all the Bethesda games. Like, I've gotten so many hours out of all of them just for the mod. But fuck the baked in mod stuff, like the mod store. Fuck that. That's weird. Just use Nexus Mod Manager. Get it all for free. Like, that's... even modded games don't look good anymore. Yeah, I know what you mean. Like, I just got a new monitor yesterday. So my first above 1080p monitor. And it might not be much to some people, but I loaded up GTA and I had everything on ultra, like I said. And I was looking at the trees and I just thought, like, it looks like shit. It's just 2D fucking textures.
All that excitement.
Yeah, it's like, it actually made GTA look worse being in higher resolution because I could see more of like the shitty details. So yeah, like, there's only so much mods can do. Like, you can only, like, only so much can be fixed with like remodeling, retexturing. Like, you need a new engine at some point. Go from GTA to something like Division 2. You know, I haven't played Division 2. I played Division 1 when it was in beta. I didn't play Division 2. Let's have a look at some
the game I've been interested in
screenshots and stuff. Yeah, like, it did have a free weekend the other a little while ago. We should have checked it out, really.
We should check it out, I think. Have you a good
Probably
thing?
Get it fairly cheap at some point. Yeah, now that looks a lot better than GTA. Ridiculously bad, and that's only in like 720p. Oof.
Crispy.
Yeah. Now that is a decent tree. GTA trees are trash. Volumetric fog and everything like that. That's pretty. And now that's Ubisoft, and that's how I'm hoping Watch Dogs 3 comes out. I'm actually almost hoping that I'm gonna have to buy a 370 or 380. But I'm also really hoping that it'll get by and I won't have to. But I'm gonna get like 510 frames a second if I enable ray tracing. God help me. But honestly, I feel like Ubisoft are probably low key one of the more solid game makers at the moment. Like, what have they got coming up? Watch Dogs 3, Assassin's Creed Valhalla. The last Ghost Recon was a total flop, which was unfortunate. I like the look of that, but it was a total flop apparently, and
Got
still is. Far Cry. Far Cry looks like they've only teased it, but it looks good. Yeah, like graphics never gonna fucking deliver on what they promise. Like it, especially with how Xbox and PS5 hype up like all their specs and everything. It's one thing once you have the development version of the game running on your fucking GTX Tesla GPUs or whatever, but then when you actually start having to optimize it for the dev kits and like get it all working properly on final hardware, well, it gets to crunch time and you just can't fucking manage it. And it's I honestly I blame Xbox and and Sony more than the manufacturers, I think, for some of the texture and stuff, because they kind of have to make trade-offs where they can to get the game out, or to like make it run acceptably. Like it's all well and good bringing out a beautiful game, but if it runs like shit on the hardware, then everyone's going to be just as unhappy as if it doesn't look as pretty as you said it would. Like graphics are taking over way too much with the industry at the moment. We need more focus on like the actual game content and what you're doing, and the story and characters and mechanics. Yeah,
it's fun to play.
Yeah, because it's also, everything feels so on rails and fucking scripted now. It's just
Seen it all before. Copy and paste ideas.
Oh mate, don't get me started on game reskins. Like EA, bro, fucking any sports game, like literally all they ever do is just take a copy of the old development version of the game and fucking change it. Like what one was it that had like the last year's game banner on the start screen, Jack?
I didn't see that.
I thought you told me about it. Fuck it. One of EA's games, I don't remember which one, literally had like, let's say it was FIFA, for example.
Madden or FIFA, I'm sure.
Yeah, like either Madden, I know for sure. Like the Madden banners on the side of the court, it was like 2019 for the 2020 version and shit like that. It's so fucking dumb. Like, at least pretend to put some effort into it, please. Please. Content is so limited, and if any game actually releases with a lot of content like Witcher 3, it blows up. Yeah, like I've seen mates play The Witcher, and I really want to get. I haven't gotten into it yet, and I feel bad for not getting into it yet, and I want to. And like honestly, I had all 3 of the games installed on my computer at once for like 3 years straight, and just never got around to it because, like, I fucking love big games like that, massive RPGs, but there's also always so much of a burden to them as well sometimes, like having, because you want to really invest the time into it, don't you? You want to be able to sit down and just forget about everything else and just play the game for like 6 hours.
You're just waiting for that time where you have, and it never
exactly
comes, and
then,
uninstall.
Yeah, it's like, oh shit, Call
some-
of Duty's 200 gigs now. I need to make some space.
Call of Duty, all your storage.
Witcher 3 is meh, but there's a lot of meh, so it sells. I even play it, lol, but even though it's meh, I mean, I mean, same for me for No Man's Sky. Like, I still end up playing it, even if I pretty much do the same fucking thing over and over.
Yeah, just go to a different system, explore the planet.
Yeah.
Go to a different system, explore the planets.
A lot of meh. But obviously, like, you can't compare No Man's Sky to Witcher, because it's nowhere near as in depth for No Man's Sky. Very simple. Like, they had to pull back details so much with No Man's Sky, just to simplify it enough so it was actually functional. But let's not get back into that again. Fucking Watch Dogs 3, like, that's one that I'm always hopeful with Watch Dogs, but Watch Dogs 3 I'm really hopeful for as far as like mechanics and like gameplay and all of that, because it has a really good chance of having a really unique dynamic to the game. And also, I want to recruit every single NPC just to see what happens. Like, I'm buying it for that alone. Like, the whole you can recruit anyone system is genius, because it like, as soon as I heard that, they got my card. They had my card details. I haven't pre-ordered it. I probably will pre-order it the day before just for pre-order bonuses, even though I hate pre-ordering things, but I like Watch Dogs. So I'll cave there. And that's an actual decent, it should be an actual decent single player story game. And if it's as good as I'm thinking it might be, and it actually gets me to try and recruit everyone in the game, then I'm gonna sink a lot of fucking hours into that. So
the different ways you could plan any kind
of like
heist or whatever you're doing in it.
Yeah, in theory, like, the game's replayability, like, you could play the game through like infinitely and never get the same sort of playthrough, because you like have different characters, and like, so long as you don't purposely pick the same characters every time, like, you'd have and apparently the way it works as well, like, it's not just you can recruit everyone and everyone has a random load of abilities and stuff. Like, there's actual like almost rankings to the characters from what I heard, so you can find like rarer characters with better abilities and shit like that, but they only appear in certain places at a certain time under certain conditions, sort of thing. So there's even an aspect of like character hunting to it, it seems. And I don't know how I'm going to feel about permadeath, but I'm going to put it on from the start. Also, what happens is that if you kill every single NPC with permadeath, what happens then?
Yeah, true.
Like, it just seems like one of those games that are going to satisfy my ADHD urge for destruction. Like, I'm gonna get sunk into it so much. And Valhalla just generally looks really fun and fresh and pretty. As much as I was ripping on graphics earlier, but you know. And outside of that, the only other game that I can really think of that I'd be looking forward to would be Cyberpunk, and that I'm scared of, because I can't help but feel like it's gonna end up overhyped. And like you said, Leaky Old Man, but Witcher 3 is like a lot of content, but a lot of meh. So, like, what if that's the first? What if the first load of Cyberpunk stuff's mostly meh?
That's I'm also scared for that.
Like, I get like, ever since since No Man's Sky and since Watch Dogs 1, I've gotten really worried whenever a game starts to get hyped up. I can't help but feel like it's just I can't help but feel they're playing with us, you know.
Especially because it was delayed, so people have waited longer. So they expect more because it's delayed.
Yeah, exactly. Like, people are gonna really have their hopes up for it. It's not like with Zelda where they regretfully put it back and were really sorry about it, and like most, if not all, of the fans were super understanding about it, and that was mostly it. Like, this is them having overhyped it, and now they're just desperately trying to get the game out on time after they delayed it several times. So yeah, it's worrying, isn't it?
If it does go bad, it could be one of the biggest flops.
Like,
in, you know,
as much as I would like it to be one of my pre-order and playthrough and book a week off games, I don't know if it's gonna be, because like I'm doing it for Watch Dogs. When does?
I was wondering when all these games are coming out.
Is it November 5th? I feel like it's November 5th. Because I'm gonna be playing through Watch Dogs 3 for like a week at least, booking it off work and that. But I don't know if I'm gonna do it for Cyberpunk, because I don't know if I'm gonna want to pay 50 quid for it. I don't know if it's gonna be. Because one thing that gets me is like only first person as well. I'm a big open world game that's only first person. I know, like with Fallout, I'm always first person. Like I never use third person really in Fallout, and that's a big open world game. But I don't know. I always feel super restricting, and at least you can go third person in Fallout. And well, Fallout's pretty much the perfect example of why I don't like first person big RPGs as a rule, because like have you ever tried like doing actual gunplay in Fallout, like just not using VATS, just like actually just trying to shoot at people normal and just like run and gun? It don't work. You get fucking slaughtered. Like it doesn't even feel good. Like, what even is the cross? Like, to be fair, I'm thinking more Fallout 3, but because the crosshair was just that little fucking box, wasn't it? It wasn't even a crosshair. But it's just so. It feels so clunky in Fallout, don't it? But you forgive it because part of what's fun of Fallout is how buggy it is. So
gives it that level of difficulty, I guess. You can't just just blast your way through everything.
Yeah, like if like imagine Cyberpunk feels like Fallout, like to aim and shoot. It's not gonna be good, is it?
No, I would have hoped. No,
like they really need to make it look and feel fucking great for it to be first person all the time.
Yeah, I want to say that we won't see problems with the first person.
Hopefully.
Yeah.
Like, does it have character customization as well? Because like, what's the point in that if you don't have third person?
True.
Like, I want to be able to like just walk through the streets and shit all cinematic and third person. Like, why not? I mean, it's weird, sure. Like, who else is going to be doing that? But I like doing it. It's like part of the whole role play thing, isn't it? Like, it helps you get into the character and like kind of almost script out the whole thing for yourself, innit?
So it's like you're kind of watching it all happen rather than
yeah, like you're directing your own movie sort of thing. Like that's part of what I like about role-playing games is like that. That's one of the reasons I fucking love. I played through Saints Row 2 so many times. Like the customization and shit, and the different style, like play styles and shit you can go with. Like I played through it so many times just with different outfits and different kinds of characters for the fuck of it.
Yeah.
Just because I like that whole directing your own story type thing, and that's not even an RPG. Well, is it? Could you call Saints Row GTA an RPG?
Scripted RPG.
I mean, kind of are, aren't they?
Yeah, I mean the story
on rails RPG.
But like you can do whatever whenever.
Yeah.
So meh.
Dragon's Dogma. I heard of that one. I feel like I'm excited for that, but I can't think of what it is off the top of my head. Dragon's Dogma. Ooh. PS3 game. This got like a PS4 as well. Looks interesting.
Yes, it gives me kind of Witcher vibes.
Yeah. Old game still looks good. Yeah, it does. It like 2012. That does hold up pretty fucking well for its age. Like, yeah, fucking greenery looks better than GTA. See, when you have like a half decent engine from the get-go, it really helps the longevity of your game. And also, being on PS3 probably helped a fair bit because of the custom CPU architecture and all of that jazz. But that's proper pretty. Tell you one that we're going to have to try out, mind. Phantasy Star Online 2. Free on Steam. And I used to have it on like Dreamcast or something. Could never play it on the internet. So I just feel like it'd be nice to actually play that game properly.
Oh, Fantasy what?
Phantasy Star Online 2. It's in Steam. But that's finally been ported to PC for the Western world, which is nice.
Oh, okay. Is this kind of Monster Hunter kind of online?
Sort of. Yeah, it's like it's an MMORPG basically.
Yeah. Okay.
So yeah, it's sort of Monster Hunter type vibes, but more sci-fi.
Hmm. Looks very interesting. And that's currently free on Steam, right?
Yeah, it is. It is indeed. Dragon's Dogma. So let's have a look at this Dragon's. I swear I seen something about. Oh shit! It's got an anime, but there's a Dragon's Dogma anime. Might have to watch that on Netflix.
Wonder if that's a series based on the game
Steam.
or game based on the series.
Yeah, I wonder. Okay, so I'm looking at this Dragon's Dogma in Steam now. Actually does look pretty decent for the fucking. Granted, it's PC, so you can upscale and everything, but.
BRB, bro. I'll be right back.
No worries, no worries. Yeah, that's a pretty game. Oof. Fair play, like. Anime was crap. Okay. Thanks for the heads up. Okay, so like Monster Hunter, but without the grind. That sounds cool. Yeah, I'll have to add that to my basket. Only 23 quid too. If I went fucking broke, I'd grab that. I've got to sign in. too much sex and they didn't focus on the story. You mean with wait. You mean with the anime, right? Or you mean with Witcher? Yeah, with the anime. Fucking yeah, that's fair. Like, anime weirds me out sometimes with some of the sexual shit in it. It's like, could we not though? Could we just avoid that stuff? I mean, is it really necessary? Like, I always make like, it always weirds me out because like I don't want to be like culturally offensive or anything, but it always weirds me out with all the like sexy shit in anime. Specifically because like Japan's age of consent is 14 and a lot of the characters are underage, and it always just makes me feel fucking uneasy. Like, it's weird. Like, chill, man. I know America dropped 2 fucking atomic bombs on your ass, but just chill, guys. I get it. Sex is a thing and a tool, but anime went weird with it. Yeah, you got that right. Like, oh, is Steam down or something? I doubt it, because I can get it there. It's not load. Ah, there we go. It's loading the page now. Sega anniversary sale, is it? Might be some decent old classics there. Like, Dragon's Dogma. Let's add that to my basket. Not basket. Wish list. There we go. Beautiful. BRB. Yeah, to be fair, we may end up having to jump off the stream soon. Forgot Pop. Yeah, how long you got, Jack? How long you got, Jack?
Yo, I can stretch another 10 minutes probably.
Another 10 minutes, fair. We can say goodbye to leaky old man, but then, because I think he just went to grab some pop, but he's coming back, bless his heart.
No problem. Legend.
Fucking right. Always love it when we get a chatter.
Yeah, it's nice, isn't it? A little bit of interaction. I like it.
Back and forth. It's always fun.
Yes.
Yeah, I've added that Dragon's Dogma to my Steam wish list. It looks proper fancy, to be fair. Quite good.
I'll do the same.
Remaster or whatever it was, 2016.
Yes.
Only single player, but where the funny reviews, Anne.
That's all we come for.
My pawn picked up a direwolf, died, and swapped places with his sword. He proceeded to beat the rest of the direwolf pack with their alpha. This is a bloody masterpiece. Wait, what? The fucking... He picked up a Okay. I want the... Yeah, that sold it to me. You see that dragon? You can climb it. Sold. I didn't know what I was buying into, only there was an RPG of some sort. 2 weeks later, I emerged from my mom's basement, the sunlight scorching my retinas and scattering light across stacks of printed game fact guides. Empty Doritos bags tumble out the door as the stale air within
Oh, the smell
escapes like a vacuum.
Jeez. Oh my
Strong
God.
with the scent of gamer gunk.
Oh, no, stop.
And dead memes. Father stumbles down the stairs, mouth agape at the wasted figure before. Oh my God. I love funny Steam reviews, man. You can climb on most mobs but goblins. Why won't a game ever let me climb on the goblins?
Just want to ride a goblin. God fucking damn it.
Does it have mods? Can I mod riding goblin?
Awesome. That's what I do.
My son, he exclaims, catching his eyes over the atrophied human in front of him. I love how these get. Have you returned to us at long last? He trails off as I open my mouth, my breath short and raged. I can't. What English? As I struggle to breathe the O2 laden air. My voice wavers and cracks as weeks of decarbonized Mountain Dew Gamer Fuel TM has coated my larynx and viscous phlegm. I manage to draw air, gasping at my throat. In futility with my gnarled and carpal tunnel hands. What is it, son? Father wails. What ill fate has happened upon you? For twixt this 12.5 sons, the ordeal... okay, it's getting too fucking smart for me now. I am able to utter but a single decree with what little air I can muster into my rapidly deflating lungs. Bitter Black Isle, level 12 to 120. I haven't touched the story yet.
Oh.
Fuck's one of them games.
Oh, one of those. I'm down. I'm in.
Oh,
Mountain Dew and Doritos.
fucking right, mate. 1. Make waifu. 2. Borrow friend's waifu. 3. Rate friend's waifu. 4. Rent out personal waifu. 5. Realize your waifu is trash. Deck out your waifu to make him/her more appealing. Realize you're actually pimping and feel bad. Forget about that when waifu comes home with 5 stars in appearance, 20k riff coins, a big stone, and a lovely note complimenting your taste. 9. Art/secret of metamorphosis. Go back to step 5. 10 out of 10 Pimpin' Simulator. Oh.
Brilliant.
You can be a small person and mount goblins.
Yeah.
I'm building a small character. Fuck it.
That'd be sick.
Only the skilled choose small. Mate, you have not seen how jammy I play. BVR. But it does have a story through, though. Oh, wow. Like, I love the games that have a massive story, but you can just fucking totally pie it off and do whatever the fuck you want. But I also hate them at the same time because I've got ADHD and I normally end up realizing 25 hours into a game that I have only done 5 story missions and then just tank it all out in a single day. Because, you know, I'm accidentally level 40.
Yeah.
Oh. I loved Fallout 3. That game was a fucking masterpiece. Like, to give you an idea of how jammy I am with my games, I got power armor in Fallout 3 before I even got the perk for power armor. Like, I was wearing power. So the Operation Anchorage DLC, if you can get to that before you get to the Brotherhood of Steel, when you leave the thing for that DLC, you can get the T-51B power armor and you can just put it on. And once you put that on, you can put all other power out armors on. It might even just be that you can put the power on because the check for the perk is enabled even though you don't have the perk in your thing. But yeah, like I'm a jammy cunt in games.
She's just standing there with the armor like, okay, thanks.
Fucking like yeah, so you're supposed to get a perk, power armor training, once you go see the Brotherhood of Steel for the first time in Fallout 3 in the big stadium or wherever it is. And you can't equip power armor before that. But by doing that DLC, I assume, because you have to equip power armor in the DLC content, and because it's supposed to be done after that mission in the campaign, it just leaves the check enabled or something.
Right.
So after doing that DLC, you can put on whatever fucking power armor you want, even without the perk. And it doesn't give you any downsides or nothing. It's fucking...
That's pretty sweet.
Makes you OP as fuck, mind.
Ripping through things.
Yeah, like, I was barely even worried about Deathclaws at that point. Although as you level up and it starts scaling to how it should scale, then it gets difficult again. But it gives you a nice little boost early on. And the funny thing is, I found that by accident, just because I couldn't be asked to go through the subway, so I climbed over a load of rubble instead. I just didn't want to deal with the feral ghouls.
Glitching your way through, just
legit. That honest to that's one of the reasons I like Zelda so much. It didn't stop you from climbing over literally everything.
If that's how you want to play it,
just let me do it, innit?
Yeah.
I love games that give you that freedom. But the thing is, I think giving players that much freedom, you're either going to end up with a game that's going to be hard, going to take a lot of a big investment to make good, or you're going to end up with a hilariously buggy game. One of the two, Because, Fallout, Zelda.
Yes.
That's the only way you get that much freedom. Either the devs care too much, or they just it's accepted as a part of the game that it's a buggy shit. Oh.
What I love doing is, the game may get to a point where it gives you a car, and then obviously got to get off the car.
Yeah,
but no, I'm taking.
Oh yeah.
So me and Joe, we was playing Halo 3.
I think it was Halo 2, wasn't it?
Was it Halo 2? I don't remember, but it was one of these levels where you start on the beach, and they give you a car, and you eventually get to this kind of I don't know, massive structure. You've got to go inside it, and the warthog doesn't fit, obviously. So we spent. I think we
made it fit.
Exactly. That level should take about half hour. I think we spent about half hours, basically.
Just because we wanted to complete the game with the car.
And we got it through all the way to the end.
And the best part about all of that is that I want to do it again, because we managed to make the car appear in the cutscene.
We almost killed Master Chief
we almost made Master Chief walk off the platform ledge. So I want to see what happens if he walks off the platform ledge.
We're gonna have to play it.
So we're gonna have to play through that again.
We could do this, yeah.
Yeah, we'll have to get Halo Master Chief Edition, I guess. As much as I kind of don't want to, because apparently it's a buggy piece of shit. But I mean, also I do like the Halos. How much is it at the moment, anyway? Master Chief Collection.
I don't know. I've got it on Xbox. I could just bring my Xbox.
Yeah, that'd be the easier way. 30 quid now, so it's gone up a bit. But you have wait a second. Let's see. So Halo Master Chief Collection comes with. Okay, I'm so fucking confused, right? Oh wait, so can you buy them individually now?
Oh, okay.
So you can buy the Halo Master Chief Collection, or you can buy them individually? Is it?
Well, through the Master Chief Collection, or just...
I don't know, because it's calling them DLC. But if you buy them all separately, it costs more?
Probably.
The content requires the base game Halo Master Chief Collection on Steam in order to play. Right? So Halo Master Chief Collection's 30 quid. And it comes with, let's see, Reach, Combat Evolved, 2, 3, ODST, and 4. Will come with 4 when it finally comes out. And if you buy them all the bits individually, it's 31 quid. But then, if I were to get Reach on its own, I would need Halo Master Chief Collection to play it because a DLC of that, but I can't launch it without Halo Master Chief Edition, which costs £30.
That doesn't make sense.
No.
So you have to own the Master Chief Collection to be able to purchase.
Well, to be able to play Halo Reach, even if you buy it for £7 standalone.
Ah.
So can you download Master Chief? So if I buy Halo Reach DLC, then will I get Master Chief Collection in my library automatically, and then only be able to get to Reach to it through it? Maybe
that's a kind of menu system to play the games that you've bought. Maybe
that's unnecessarily confusing. Hang on, I'm gonna have to Google this. Can you buy Halo Reach standalone? Okay, how though? So do you just buy the DLC standalone, or how does it work? Okay. What the Steam page suggests I need to buy the whole collection to play. That's because the rest are not out yet. What? That doesn't make any sense. That's not relevant to what he said. Yes, you can buy it without playing. It will still play through Master Chief Collection, though, if you buy one at a time. Okay, yeah, so you get Master Chief Collection, and just don't get access to the other games. Right, I get it. So we can buy Reach on its own. That's fucking golden. Because that's realistically the only one I'd want.
Yeah, I mean 3 for nostalgia.
3 for nostalgia. 2 was pretty decent. I did enjoy playing through 2, but 3 for nostalgia, and then Reach just because it was the best Halo. Fight me. Like, maybe it's because, again, create a character and I have some sort of fucking weird escapism vanity with video games. I don't know. But making your own Spartan and playing through it, I don't know what it was. It just felt like such a fucking fun game. Like, I played through the campaign on that several times.
It was a good campaign.
It was
one of Halo's best stories.
Yeah, like honestly, it was probably my favorite Halo. Like, definitely overall, because that was the first Halo multiplayer that I really actually enjoyed and was good at. And Griffball was fucking awesome on it.
We spent a lot of time on Griffball.
Griffball was sick on Reach. And what else? Yeah, like the way Reach played, I feel like it felt a lot better, a lot more sort of like you were control. Like, I feel like Halo 1 to 3, they were all quite airy, weren't they? Like, the controls.
I see what you mean. It was more for an online multiplayer.
It was like it didn't feel as like it didn't have as good a feel to it, like control and all that, and aiming your guns and shit. And I just feel like it felt a lot better on Reach, to be honest. And also, low key, I kind of preferred how the shields and everything worked as well. Like, everyone says otherwise. Cause what was it? I think it was like you had shields and then a health pack, weren't it? So your shields will recharge, but you have health as well. So you can like work down everyone's someone's shields, chunk out their health, and then if they get their shields back, it won't be too hard to finish them off.
No.
Whereas the original Halo, like, it was a slog to get someone's shields down anyway, and it was super quick to fucking recharge. So it always it would always come down to a melee in Halo 3. Like, multiplayer, weren't it? Every time it was always just a melee fest.
I enjoyed the power ups in Reach as well.
Yeah, I was gonna say I really enjoyed the power-ups in Reach. Like, it added an extra dynamic to it all. And they were all like really cool as well. Like, the only one that was like a bit fucky and shit was the holographic one. Like, just copy Spartan goes forward.
When I could get it to work, efficiently, which was not often because I wasn't the best at the game.
Yeah, it's very pigeonholy, that ability, I found.
Yeah.
Like, good for very specific circumstances.
You just gotta throw it in the middle of a war zone and then
yeah, just hope that everyone else gets distracted by it and
it's
pick
good.
him off.
Use a sniper if you just chucked your hollow
Yeah.
middle, and then you could just see who's shooting at it and then try and snipe. I got never good at sniping either, so it never worked. But I just couldn't do it.
Yeah. I feel you. Like, I was never that great with the Halo sniper. Like, I feel it had that same sort of problem I had. Like, it always had that problem that I had with Halo 3, like the kind of almost jelly-like airy sort of controls. Like, it's not the best for flicking a scope about, is it?
No.
But yeah, I think that'll be fun. I think we gotta do that soon. Try and make Master Chief kill himself. See what happens to the cutscene.
Before where I don't know what's I remember this one time I was playing Lord of the Rings.
Yeah.
And I think I must have ran further ahead than my AI teammates.
Yeah.
And I remember making the main character who I was playing as, Aragorn, fall off a cliff because he basically kept on running too far.
Yeah. Just hadn't rendered in yet. Like,
ever since that, I've always had this kind of mentality of how can I break this level?
Yeah, I love trying to break games.
And I'm just gonna try.
I love trying to break games, man. Like, that honestly, to be fair, that's one of the reasons that I always appreciated the Fallout games so much, New Vegas especially. The amount of mods that you could throw at that thing before it would break. Like, you could be running at 5 frames per second, and it would still keep on chugging. It would, like, that thing was a tank of a game despite the bugs. Like, Obsidian need to make a new Fallout for sure.
Absolutely.
Oh, right, I think that's probably about time now, isn't it?
It is about time.
We've probably gone longer than we thought we would yet again.
Enough, but we've done about 2 and 2.25, which is We didn't have any intro. We just cut straight into this one.
Yeah, cut straight in. Like, fuck it, innit? Oh well. So we need to like sort out some kind of actual sign off thing, really, don't we? Rather than just winging it at the end every time. Oh well. Check out our social media shit. What's he on about and all that. If you check us out on Spotify, just type in WHOA with like the second result. On that search engine optimization, boy. I'm awful at it, but that guy was Spotify. So check us out there. Podcast should be uploaded every week. Q remembering that I probably haven't uploaded last week's. But yeah, check. This is what I mean. We need to have an organized sign out. Check us out on the social medias. Check us out. What's he on about? Whoa on Spotify. We're on everything else as well. Google Podcasts, Apple Podcasts, all the lot of it. Check us out. We'll be back next Thursday for another one. Jack, you got anything to say?
I was going to say, if you check out the YouTube, you can see some actual podcast footage of us in the same room because we're allowed.
Yeah. We have some old episodes up on podcast of us actually sitting together. If you've got them lockdown blues and you want to feel like people can actually interact in person.
I can't help but think that this does also just make people like, well, it depends. If you haven't seen the podcast before, maybe you think this is how we do things, but if you have, then you think, they're doing this because they're in lockdown. We'd be together normally.
Yeah. This is much better when we're together. It feels much better, don't it? But we're making it work, and we're gonna keep making it work. We will be back next Thursday, so we'll catch you all then, and stay safe out there, kids.
See you laters.